Alright, Julio, let's pretend you are a mortgage broker and you would like to get leads. You'd like to get 1 to 2 leads a week, a month. Let's pretend you have an office in Chadstone in Melbourne. You are starting up a business, or potentially you're a mature brand. You already have some traffic through the door. In this case, we're starting things up from scratch. So what I'm going to attempt to do is don't use any paid tools. I'm just going to, even though I have SEMrush in front of me, and SEMrush tells me that the term mortgage broker gets searched 18,000 times a month nationally, and there are 25,000 times that word can be used. So 25,000 variations of that term, meaning the total search volume is actually 200,000 searches a month. Now that means that potentially free mortgage broker or job description of a mortgage broker is searched, which are obviously useless key terms. So we need to be precise in our targeting. So there's lots of different ways this term could be searched 25,000 times. In the same way, I can search for car loan, and this will tell me that 18,000 times a month the term car loan gets entered. Car loan calculator gets 40,000 hits. Nationally, monthly, 642,000. So the chunk of the pie is crazy, as well as crazy competitive. Now, SEMrush lies to us with regards to cost per click. So if we were to run a Google ad and we wanted to get customers that searching for car loan, let's say in Chadstone, SEMrush is telling us it's $13 per click. That's a lie because SEMrush doesn't have accurate data. But also Google ads lie to us as well. So what we have here is I'm looking at a national volume of the term. Let's see if we can zoom in so you guys can see. If I just zoom in here. What we're looking at here is in the middle. We can see mortgage broker, home loan, business loan, car loan. And we can see here that $34 is mortgage broker, $42 is home loan, and $58 is a business loan, and $27 is a car loan. So in other words, if we fire up a Google ad, and I run quite a lot of Google ads, these cost per clicks are pretty up there. And what I mean by up there, these are misleading numbers as well, because unfortunately, Google includes the broad match answers to these terms, meaning if someone's looking for mortgage broker job description, we don't want that key term. So do we agree that key term is worth much less, at around $12? So if we remove all of those unnecessary key terms, the true cost per click here is actually going to be higher. It would not surprise me if the true cost per click here is $45, $50 a click. So now what we're talking about here is running a Google ad. I'm about to jump into SEO and actually have a look at a few mortgage brokers in Chadstone and rip apart their sites. But if you were to say, I want to fire up and get leads yesterday and I want 2 leads a week, based on all of my Google ad data, and I have $20 million worth of Google ad data, I would be turning on a Google ad and I would say, get ready to pay $50 a click. Now, we might need 5 clicks for 1 inquiry. I'm being so conservative here. Might be less, might be more. I don't have exact data on a mortgage broking campaign. I've got lots of data on financial advisors, accountants, bookkeepers, you name a key term, I probably have the data, just not mortgage broking. So if we go to our site, rank.net.au, I really should have this calculator somewhere else as well. But let's say we need 10 leads. Our closing rate is pretty average. Let's say 10% of those leads close to new business. This is where you guys need to work out your average order value of a lead. I don't know, is it $1 grand? Is it $5 grand? Let's say hypothetically it's $5 grand. Then you work out your profit. So you just need to work out some numbers of how much you're prepared to throw at marketing. Google ads will be the closest thing that you will get with a exact cost per lead once the ad matures. And so if we now Google the term mortgage broker Chadstone, we can see Axton Finance is running an ad to their It's interesting, this is not a landing page, this is just their geo page. So it's just their suburb page for Chadstone. Because the first thing I looked at is how many times a month in each suburb does that term get searched. And so each suburb gets mortgage broker, home loans, car loan, plus suburb. In this case, these guys rank at the top of Google mortgage brokers /Chadstone. Now, if I click on their site, I didn't click their ad, so they're not spending any money, I didn't waste their budget, but this is the landing page that they're sending their Google Ads traffic to. Now, this is a SEO page as well. The way I run my campaigns is a page that receives Google Ad traffic should be unique, hidden with unique attribution and conversion tracking. Yes, of course, they can track conversions if they receive an inquiry from the Google Ad to this page, but this is an SEO page, meaning you're attempting to rank this page in Chadstone, which they've done very well. First position, I'm searching from Aspendale in Melbourne. So they're in first position. Now, if I just do a very quick skim over this website, just by checking the home page, I can already smell the kind of quality of this site. They're going in with a very updated, very current theme where this is a H1 title, Melbourne's best mortgage brokers, tailored solutions to trusted advice. Yep, so this has got the SEO title. They don't have any duplicate titles. Melbourne's best mortgage brokers. Our awards probably shouldn't be a H2, but competitive lenders. So the SEO is looking quite good. They've got the keyword in the title that looks like they've got a brand. They're showing a video of real people that work for the business, their awards, the associations and the lenders and things like that. So this is a pretty serious website about the founders, a lot of faces, real faces. When I assess websites and why they go down or why they go up, a lot of the time, a reason, aside from SEO and technical and speed and mobiles and things like that, is just be a real brand, show real people, record videos of FAQs, answer some questions. Now, I've only just landed on this website. I've never seen it before, but I'm just going to do a very quick site semicolon, which basically tells me how many rough pages these guys have. Site semicolon, Axton Finance is sitting on at least 100 pages, because I've just clicked to page 10, at least 140 pages, at least 150 pages, doesn't go any further. So this website very quickly has 150 pages. Now, a lot of those pages, I imagine, are blogs, 4 easy ways to get finance and interest rates for your home loans. In other words, let's have a look at this quality of this blog. Published in 2017. Not very good, but hey, needs an update, needs a refresh. This is good. This is how I begin to understand cost of entry to market. Old blogs, not much housekeeping going on, no comment, they rank number 1, they're the best. Now, first of all, I will throw their site into a tool called Ahrefs. This is a paid tool, but this tool is telling me that they're sitting on 1,700 organic visitors a month. This is just a rough calculation based on their average key terms. I can see that overall in the history, in the last 5 years, they're heading in the right direction. SEO managed by Make My Website. Mwah! Well done. I've spent 5 seconds on the site, looks good, ranked for the keyword that I searched for. Let's see what else it ranks for. Organic key terms. So the terms that are bringing in the most traffic is mortgage broker Melbourne. Well done. Number 1, best mortgage broker Melbourne. So whoever's watching this, you've got clear example of an agency that is capable of running a campaign and ranking this website. So I don't have a track record in mortgage broking. You should contact them. The first question is, hey, did you guys build the site? Did you rank the site? What did you do with the site? Show me proof of work, instead of maybe someone else is, maybe there's an in-house consultant that's actually doing all the work. But so far it's looking pretty good for them. I can see best mortgage broker Melbourne, mortgage brokers Melbourne, mortgage advisor, brokers near me. Ooh, they've lost. Anyway, I'm just looking at key terms that are bringing in traffic. These are all looking really good. Also, one of the things to look at is if we run through the sitemap, we will see probably geo pages. Central Coast, Malvern East, loan price calculator, St Kilda. So what I call geo pages, it's a page that's designed to target a specific suburb. I still roll these out on all of my client campaigns. I don't build as many of them as I used to. I only build them in suburbs and areas where there is actual traffic. Mortgage Brokers St Kilda, I wonder if they rank for Mortgage Brokers St Kilda as well. Very quick search, lots of ads. Of course, there are ads, the Google ads are taking that particular term straight to the home page. I probably wouldn't do that myself, but hey, let's have a look. They are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th position for St Kilda. Are there offices in Axton Finance, Auburn Road? I don't want to click that's an ad. But if we have a look at the other competitors, we've got Copper Finance, another one, all sitting on 180 minimum Google reviews. So what we're looking at here is the cost of entry that is required to rank, well, have a chance of ranking at the top of Google Maps. If we click more businesses and we just scroll through these, of course we can get sponsored. Sponsored means they're paying for a Google ad. We can do that. And if you want leads straight away, that's about the only option you currently have, because any kind of SEO movements that you do, whether it's ranking at the top of Google Maps, usually you can pop up on Google Maps pretty quickly, but you will need to get some kind of Google reviews. And at the moment, the cost of entry is looking pretty tight. It's quite dense of mortgage brokers in that Chadstone area. What is this? Is this the Chadstone shopping centre? Looks like it is. Tough gig. If you want leads straight away, Google Ads will be the answer. It's just a question of how much money we need to spend with Google Ads to get one inquiry. Usually after a couple of months, let's say we would do 2K, 3K, 5K a month hypothetically. Let's say cost per click, let's do something stupid. Let's do $50 for the sake of this exercise. Competitive space. Monthly spend, let's say we spend $5,000. Conversion rate, I'd say that should be around 9% on the Google ad. Forgive me if I'm wrong. It leads to conversions of how many people will actually pick up the phone and speak to you. Look, this is set up for a Facebook ad, so it's 100%. Closing rate, how good are you at selling? Let's say let's be super conservative. Let's say we need to break even, so we're at least 12%, right? Average order value. Now, I don't know profitability, but let's say I'm just going to say $5,000. I'm just making this stuff up. This is just an example of calculations that you need to make. What's your profitability on that? Still not looking pretty profitable at 100%, but let's say your profitability is 20%. Average order value needs to be $28K for these numbers to look good, because at $50 a click, conversion rate 9%, this cost per lead is looking really high. My numbers could be completely off, but this is just an example of what it takes to fire up a Google ad. Now, for a financial advisor, I know that I think my cost per click in this case was actually around there. We were spending a couple of grand. That's about right. So $140 per lead for a financial advisor. Don't worry about any of these figures. Mortgage broking, really competitive because you're up against banks. Now, the beautiful thing about Google Ads is it doesn't matter who you're up against. Google Ads will equally give you an opportunity. However, they'll give you an opportunity at the cost per click value of nothing under $27, at $58 for, which one was this? Business loan, right? It will only go up from there. So, yeah, bit of a reality check on cost of entry. Now, if you want to rank for these terms, the first place I'd start is have a real brand, meaning remove all of the stock images from your website. Take some professional shots. If we go back to this website, Axton Finance, it's obvious that they had a videographer out there. They've taken a bit of a clip of the office, people that work there, people that are in the business, smiling, typical sort of office corporate shots, group shot. There's probably a Teams page about our team, bang, team and their experience with over 100% of it combined experience, great. See, it's got their LinkedIn. Well done to the SEOs. These days, LinkedIn is such a great way to prove EEAT, which is expertise, experience, authority, and trust. Google is having a hard time believing websites. So if you have a website with stock images, with just, it says the same thing that all the other mortgage brokers say, you're not going to get any kind of attention from Google versus the thousands of other sites that are looking like this, right? Team that are linking to the LinkedIn, which means this is a real person. The thing with Google these days, since the release of AI especially, is they want to know who's responsible for the website, who is behind the website, who is the face of the business. Whereas in the last 20 years or 15 years that I've been doing SEO, I still have 800 or so of my own personal websites, call them test websites. One of them is literally Mortgage Broker Melbourne, and I see what goes up and I see what goes down. Before you even fire up a Google ad in this space, I'd be working on EAT, which is expertise, experience, authority, and trust, meaning go take photos of your team. I'd go one up. So if I click on this, oh yes, this is exactly what I did for my financial advisor as well. Ready, I can share that at a later date. I actually spent much more time. I created about 100 interview questions and I sent it all out to them and I interviewed them. So we actually had more depth in each person. So it's our team, it's showcasing the individual person. Great work by whoever's managing this campaign. 365 reviews as well. So in a nutshell, if I come back to this, if I was starting up a mortgage broking business and I was in Chadstone, the first thing I would do is I would obviously get an office. If you don't have an office, you're going to have a hard time ranking. I would display that office. I would put your brand in the Google listing. I would put your brand plus key term. So John Smith's Mortgage Broking, put the term mortgage broking into the name. Go and collect as many meaningful, real Google reviews as you can. Bonus points if they load up an image, might be you shaking hands with them. Give an experience. The longer the Google review, the better it is from aged Gmail accounts. In other words, don't be buying reviews from India or Pakistan. They don't work. Bought thousands in my last 15 years. As someone that used to manage and build these fake listings, and I still have lots of them, don't need to do any of that. Google eventually removes them, filters them out. I'm sure you've got a long list of customers that you've worked with, friends, colleagues that you've helped collect as many Google reviews as you can. You'll struggle to build 365, 225. I'm willing to bet any money that these guys are using some sort of a review builder, and all that is like a CRM which emails or SMSs people to ask for their feedback. Now, if they give a review of 1 to 4, the feedback goes as feedback, but if they click 5, it spits them out to leaving a Google review. It's really cool. Sometimes it'll follow up, sometimes it'll, so you're using AI and scheduling tools, and then obviously someone that's managing this process to actively outreach to get some reviews, because that's what's required to show up on Google Maps. To show up in Google organic results, which is here, we've got some monster competitors: Mortgage Choice, Monster Page, Octagon Finance, Elephant Advisory, Mortgage Compare Plus. So the only way that you could rank in Chadstone is if you have a Google listing in Chadstone, and even then, these guys all have listings and reviews. They show up here, but down here, they're not here. So I just clicked on Octagon Financial, pretty average, lifeless site. Still some faces, email me, so Google can see their emails, they can see who's responsible. Nothing special in the site. Let's have a quick look at their traffic and what they're up to. Not much at all. Bad example. I'd call this an outlier. They're in 3rd position organically. Let's actually Mortgage Broker Chadstone. Let's actually see if this term has much search volume, and this might explain why. There we go. Mortgage Broker Chadstone isn't really a big hitting key term. 20 hits. That explains why we just saw a pretty average site in 3rd position. If I look at, say, Mortgage Choice, I'm assuming this is a monster site, monster directory with probably hundreds and thousands of pages. This is just going to keep going. It used to actually display how many index, so this is just going to keep going. Monster site. Let's have a look at quickly their traffic. 160,000 organic visitors a month. Top pages. 7,400 pages that are ranked and getting traffic. That means they ultimately have more traffic. So Compare Home Loans is their most traffic page. So you should build this page on your website as well. But this is probably a pretty sophisticated page to build. Facebook ads can work as well, but my approach would be Google Maps, start chipping away at building a legitimate business, start chipping away at getting Google reviews. Build out all of your service pages, means all the things that you do, build a page around them. If you're building a page, if you go to, let's say, to this one, here are all of their services. First home buyers loans. That's because people type that in. First home buyer loans, next home buyer loans. So literally all of the things that you do should be individual pages. They should be in the menu. You should have real people, real faces on the site. That's when you probably in the next 12 months to 2 years smash out 50 to 100 long form guide-like blogs. The blogs could be anything on, obviously the term might be home loan. And you've got these sections called people also asked. So if you're not sure what to create blogs or social media content on, just keep opening these. What salary do you need? So it's just given which bank is best for home loan. The way I would actually do this is because you're probably an authority on this topic, you're comfortable talking to this topic, I would actually record a video of you answering this question. You've got transcription tools that can grab the transcription. You can use the transcription to then make a blog. And so then the video goes up into socials and YouTube. The transcription goes up into the blog, and then the video goes up onto the top of the blog. So you have something that's far better than this, because you want to do something that's better than the competitor. Axton, obviously they started the SEO back in 2017. 4 easy ways to get a better interest rate for your home loan. So record a video answering this. Spend a bit of time and research the question. Go to something like Perplexity or ChatGPT, or literally ways to get better interest rate for your home loan. Throw in the question. Research it, take some dot points. Right? How to negotiate better home loans. So check this out. Bang. The answers are here. Go and record a video chatting to each one of these. I think they've even given you sub points. It's like it's all done for you. Do that. Load that onto the site. Let that marinate. And that's how you slowly chip away at the SEO. Not much will happen from that for at least 1 to 2 years. If you want leads quicker, Google Ads, which is usually what my game plan is for all of my campaigns. It's we kick off a Google ad, the leads start flowing through, we're chipping away at the SEO. Within 1 to 2 years, the SEO begins to take off, and then we reduce the budget of the Google ad as the SEO leads begin to come in. Hopefully that's helpful. So if you're a financial advisor or a mortgage broker, hopefully this has given you some ideas on direction of your campaign. Thank you. Let me know if you have any questions.